Okay,
What
since we
happened?
last spoke, the Viking Row is taking over the world. Europe is being absolutely cooked by a deadly heat wave. Venezuela just got hit by their most powerful earthquake in over 100 years. Ronaldo is officially back and the GOAT debate has taken yet another twist. The UK has had yet another prime minister resign.
What is this background music?
And we need to talk about the commercialization of the World Cup because it is getting out of hand. We're going to be talking about all of that and so much more so in a peaceful
This is like the intro to like a weird like RPG.
intro way. Let's stop the yapping and let's get cracking. Okay, a couple of little housekeeping notes. One, for all of the comments about the audio. That was not Alex's fault in the last episode. While I was doing my amazing
What's up, Birto?
intro, the mic thing got pulled out, which is why we did a boring intro today. It is not Alex's fault. Justice for Alex.
Disappointing.
And secondly, country update. We are now in the US of A, and very exciting
Hell
thing that's
yeah.
going to be happening here
America!
tomorrow.
You're good? It's good to hear, bro.
You'll see it. You'll see it online. That's all I'm going to say. You're not even going to hear it from me first. You'll see it online before you hear it from me. All right, now we get into the news. And let's start with something I don't think any of us were ever
Word clerp derps.
expecting me to talk about today, because oh my lord, this World Cup is producing miracles. South Africa have actually made it through for the first time in their history to a World Cup knockout round. Unbelievable. And it's not just unbelievable because it's their first time ever, it's because their first match against Mexico, they played, and I feel like everyone can say this, absolutely horrendous. So they put all of our expectations
What's up, Josephine?
right to the bottom. Bikini
Welcome
bottom.
back.
But then
I was out of town because I was traveling for 2 days. Had to meet some friends and family, but I'm back now.
they put in a pretty solid performance against Czechia. And then they ended up beating South Korea, which are pretty damn good, 1-0, with an amazing defensive performance. And now, South Africans across the country are taking to the street with joy mixed with shock.
Damn, I didn't know South Africa beat South Korea. I was going to bet on that game. I was going to bet on Korea.
Knowing that they're now about to face Canada, of all countries, in the round of 16. Well, it's actually 32 now.
Oh, you guys want to update on my finger that I cut open? Look at that. It's still got the stitches, but I can move my fingers now. So I think I could play some games. Norway versus France. Norway versus France is happening today, by the way, guys. It starts in 2 minutes, and I have a lot of money on Norway. So if France wins, I'm gonna be fucking pissed off and cry. Bro, this is freaking FIFA. This is the FIFA game. We got clickbaited. Wait, what did that say? Real life match on run. Alright, never mind. That's probably bannable.
Now. And to be honest, South Africa have nothing to lose in their next game. They've already made it past all of our expectations. And you know what they say? The most dangerous opponent to face is one that has nothing to lose. So who knows where South Africa can go from here? But it's a miracle they made it this far. Canadians, watch out.
Why?
is coming for you. In other World Cup updates, if there is one thing that is going to be remembered from 2026, it is the Viking Row, because it is absolutely taking over.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
It's not just the Norwegian fans in the stadium anymore. It is everywhere. It is in the Norwegian parliament.
What the fuck? No, that's weird, bro. They gotta be fucking focused on their government, dude. Stop dancing.
retirement
What's up, Stella?
homes, kindergartens, hospitals, subways, aeroplanes, escalators, in the middle of the street.
See, Norway can't lose, bro. We got all this aura.
In the middle of the rain. In the middle of Times Square. And now, of course, even on the pitch. The Norwegian Viking Row is everywhere. Also, since we last spoke,
W.
GOAT debate has taken
W.
yet another twist. Because I know in the last video we were talking
Who
about...
who do you guys want to win? France or Norway in the match today?
Yes, now I admitted that Messi was the GOAT, but just wait a minute. I think we might have written Ronaldo off a little bit too soon, because in his next game, I know it was against Uzbekistan.
Do I go to Uzbekistan or stay here?
Which, you know,
Probably
some players
stay.
had part-time or full-time jobs as plumbers, but still, Ronaldo scored 2. And yes, he said to the camera, "I'm back." He is now the first and only player in history to score in 6 different World Cups. Something that not even Messi did, because he didn't score in the 2010 World Cup.
Damn, that is so embarrassing, Messi. Oh my God.
Ha! But, I mean, that being said, Messi broke a whole bunch of records since we last spoke as well, because not only did he score a hat-trick in the first game, but he scored 2 more in the second game. He is now the World Cup's top goal scorer ever with 18. He's also got the most
Actually,
matches
no, that's
played by
better.
any individual at the World Cup, the most FIFA World Cup matches won in history, and most minutes played ever in the World Cup as well. So, yeah.
Those are actually way better stats. Never
I feel
mind.
like this is going to be a back and forth debate throughout the entire World Cup until they have the possibility of facing each other, Argentina and Portugal. And if it comes down to
That
it,
would be a
will
fun
be
match.
their last game the 2 legends will ever play against each other, which would be crazy.
I would definitely bet on that
could
game.
happen this year. Also, other updates that we need to get to around the World Cup is, I don't think many people have been speaking
Red
about
Bull
it, but
time.
the president of FIFA,
Red Bull time.
his travel plan for this World Cup has been insane. In just the first week of this tournament, he flew over 13,000 miles, attended 11 group stage games across the 3 host countries, all of course in a private jet. And if you want to know, what's the...
Damn.
What's roughly...
Bro, I'm so jealous of people with private jets, but also they die all the time. It's like you save time, but you die. What's the pro? What's worth it?
13,000 miles. That's halfway the circumference if he flew around the Earth in a private jet. And naturally, a lot of people are calling out the irony of this, because while paper straws are melting in our mouths, we have that happening. And also considering that FIFA have constantly pushed the ideas that, you know, they want to be green, they want to reduce the carbon footprint. While, simultaneously, this World Cup is expected to be the most carbon-intensive World Cup ever, with more than double emissions that were reported in 2022 in Qatar. But then again, there's the other side. What do you expect him to do? Ride a bike from all of these different games, or just not attend them? It's kind of his job. So let me know your thoughts. Is this fair game, or is this hypocrisy
He could go public plans.
at the highest level? Moving on. Oh, and also, last little bit of World Cup update that I would like to rant about, the commercialization of this World Cup, because I got to experience it in the stadium for the first
What's
time.
up, Adola?
I went to go and watch the England-Ghana game, and we witnessed the hydration breaks in real time. We didn't cut to ads. We just... I don't even know how to describe it. It completely ruined the flow of
I thought the hydration breaks are because of like global warming and it's getting hotter, so like the players need to make sure to stay hydrated for safety.
the game, and everyone in the stadium was booing. But now, we're not just talking about
Come on, Doobie. Hi. Doobie's a little sad because he couldn't come with me, so he was missing. I'm good, Adola. And Doobie's good too. Mwah. Right, Doobie? My bad, bro. God, he's so demanding.
Hydration breaks. We're now talking about the first ever halftime show at the World Cup.
What?
Since when did we ask for this?
Bro, I hate halftime shows. They're so boring. I don't need Rihanna to sing again.
So, of course, this is FIFA's attempt to replicate the Super Bowl halftime show, which is like the biggest thing ever in America. And for the World Cup, it's going to include performances from the likes of BTS, Madonna, and Shakira. But
Fuck,
the problem
dude, I don't care.
is that similar to hydration breaks, how they kind of...
Why I said back from military? Because I just came back from the military. I was in the military.
reorganize the actual
For 1
playing
day.
time. This halftime show
Nah, I went to a military base.
will be 30 minutes. A halftime is supposed to be 15 minutes. Let's just restructure the whole game so that we can feed you with more ads and get more money. I mean, for the rest of the world,
No, not war. My buddy was graduating. My buddy graduated from like soldier training, so I came to like celebrate his graduation.
the game is good enough. We don't need to see
He was graduating from like soldier school.
halftime performances from BTS and Madonna. What? But now there is a unexpected savior amongst us because we're hearing reports that the BBC are considering not broadcasting this halftime show.
W.
Considering is the key word. Instead, they would continue with their traditional approach of having pundits analyze the first half, like it should be. Now, this hasn't been officially confirmed by the BBC if they're going to do this or not, but if they do, well bloody done. Because if this is just allowed to kind of whoop, go on through, then you know what precedent this sets for World Cups for the rest of eternity? Next World Cup is going to be a 45-minute halftime show. 3 hydration breaks per game. Sorry.
Oh my god, did you guys hear about the earthquake in Venezuela?
I feel like I'm ranting on this. God damn it, moving on. Okay, on to news that is not related to the World Cup, and this first story is truly astonishing. Up to 100,000 people are feared to have died yesterday.
100,000 people died yesterday. No way. I didn't know it was that bad. Oh my fucking god. Dude, rest in peace. Pray for everybody in Venezuela, man. Everyone in chat, pray for everyone in Venezuela. That is horrible. Yeah, the country of Venezuela had a 7.2 earthquake that killed 100,000 people. I don't know if that's got to be one of the biggest of all time.
Yesterday, according to the US Geological Survey. And what's strange is that when you go
And what's up, Avery? Welcome back. And I hope your finger is all healed. I'll show you guys. Look. It's not fully healed, but it's better now. Like, I can move my finger a little bit. Here, let me actually... Look at that. Look how gross it is. I know. But it hurts so bad. Every time I try to sleep at night, I like bend my finger too far and like I wake up like it's so much pain. Nah, it doesn't hurt anymore. But it hurts so bad. The day of the cooking stream, it hurt so bad. Like I was in pain during the cooking stream. But now it doesn't hurt anymore. It's still not better, but I just need like a couple more days.
Online, hardly anyone is even talking about it. There's some videos out there and, you know, people are reporting on it and it's got like 10K views. This is huge. So just in case you haven't heard, Venezuela yesterday was hit by not one, but two huge earthquakes within
Jesus.
seconds of each other. And as you're seeing by the videos being played, it caused an absolutely staggering level of destruction. Now, the hardest hit was the coastal city of La Guaira, with videos showing entire buildings collapsing, including hotels reduced to rubble and other areas looking like freaking war zones. I mean, this is what that coastal area looked like before versus now. That is astonishing. In fact, there were even fishermen that caught this moment all going down while they were looking back at the shore as these plumes of dust you can see rising in the air from all of the collapsing buildings.
That is... Oh my fucking god.
Now, it turns out that the second quake that they were hit with, one was 7.2, the other was 7.5. It became their most powerful tremor to hit the country in over 100 years, according to USGS. And while the current death toll as of recording is still in the hundreds, the USGS also say that based on similar incidents in the past, there is a 44% chance that the death toll could hit up to 10,000 people and a 30% chance it could reach up to 100,000. Now, this is because the enormous amount of damage that this earthquake has caused, but also because this actually happened while Venezuela was celebrating a national holiday, meaning more people would have been inside these buildings than usual. Now, to make matters even crazier, meteorologist Noah Bergen said that the earthquake activity that we witnessed yesterday with the doublet in Venezuela and the totally separate 7.2 quake in Japan was actually a 1 in 1,000 year event. Countries like...
Oh my god. My hand's getting better, and even me. I can move it now, it doesn't hurt.
The US, China, Germany, and the UK, they've already offered help and aid to Venezuela, who have a very devastating next few months ahead of them. Now, of course, I'll keep you guys updated as
Dude,
this
that's gotta be one of the worst natural disasters that's ever happened, right?
Develops, which it absolutely will. But for now, moving on. And then, onto another pretty insane situation. Europe is getting absolutely cooked right now. And it really feels like this happens every single time I leave the UK. I get back, rain, storms. Leave, heat wave. Currently, hundreds of heat records are being broken daily. Thousands of schools are having to be closed. Public events are being cancelled. Alcohol consumption restrictions are being put in place. And even drowning deaths are soaring in multiple of these European countries as people try and swim in rivers. So the whole situation is getting crazy. You see, not a lot of people
See, people in Europe don't use air conditioners.
realize, but Europe is actually the fastest warming continent in the world. But it's also a continent that wasn't built for the heat. And, you know, over 80% of them don't have AC. And if you go to specific...
See, but that's why in America, everyone got an AC, bro, especially in Florida. Just you gotta get up with the times to get an air conditioner unit. My hand's feeling better, bro. Appreciate it.
In Germany, only 3% of people...
Why don't they have air conditioners? It's because when you live in a place that for hundreds of years was cold and you didn't need an air conditioner, you just get used to, like, this over time, people just don't have it because it's cold. But then once it changes and gets hot, people have to change. And this is the changing point. Now people in Europe are going to start getting way more ACs. Like in 5 years, 10 years, it's probably going to be 90% of people in Europe have ACs. It's because they got to get with the times. They're just being a little slow with it. What's up, Leah?
Have AC in the UK, I believe it's around 5%.
Yeah.
Whereas if you compare that to the US, for example, over 90% of people have AC. And so, when the summertime hits and each one seemingly becoming hotter than the last, it gets pretty brutal fast. So as of recording, France, they had their hottest day.
AC companies gotta be making bank though.
On record at a national scale, and along with over half of the country being placed on red alert, 135 absolute records were broken in one single day. Over in the UK,
Christ.
Temperatures hit 34.6, ushering in a whole load of measures to cope, like reduced rail speeds. They had to cancel appointments in hospital. Thousands of schools closed across southern England and Wales. They banned the use of hose pipes.
Bro, it's so hot, they can't go to school? They gotta put ACs in the school.
And they're expecting over the next 2 days, probably as you're watching this, for some areas to reach up to 40 degrees. Also in the UK, a red heat health alert was issued indicating a risk to life even for the healthy population. Over in Germany, several people have also drowned over the weekend. Spain's National Weather Agency, they warned of serious, even extraordinary danger. And Italy's health ministry declared a red heat wave alert for 15 cities. And this is happening in Greece and
they're coping by just swimming in the rivers.
All sorts of countries across Europe. So yeah, if you are in one of these countries in Europe, you're probably feeling the heat right now. But for now, moving on. Also, talking about the UK, some pretty major news came out of there this week as well. Keir Starmer actually resigned as the UK's Prime Minister, which is something
don't care about British
is
politics.
He gonna do it for months, or are they in big trouble? Let me know your thoughts, but for now, moving on. Also, this week, let's talk about Canada for a second, because they saw one of their worst attacks in years. And
actually, a lot of them did drown.
More about this shooting, the stranger it gets. And Alex, just as a side note, we got to be very careful about the visuals we actually show, because the videos are...
I heard about the shooting. A female cop in Canada was like in a shooting, and then she accidentally shot a random innocent bystander outside of Pornhub headquarters. It's like such a weird story, horrible and weird story.
Are extremely sensitive. So this all started when a man in Montreal opened fire at police officers, causing 3 deaths. Now the first death was an officer, and to give you a perspective on how rare that actually is, the police chief in Montreal said that this is the first time in 24 years that a Montreal officer has been killed in the line of duty. Now the second fatality was a 68-year-old man who was a complete bystander, it seems, and he was caught in the crossfire. And while police haven't confirmed as of recording whether the shot that killed this bystander came from the gunman or the police, what actual videos from this scene seem to show, and we can't show it because it's very brutal, is that there was a female police officer that was crouching behind an object while taking heavy fire from this gunman, and then this other man, he kind of runs up to her, and it seems that she assumes, you know, while you're getting shot at, that you don't know who this is, and she quickly turned to him and shot, and he falls, and so it seems that he was hit by the female police officer. Now, the third fatality was the shooter himself, which police shot and killed.
He's so young.
So, who the hell was this guy, and why did he do what he did? Well, initial reports say that he was 25-year-old Seth Hatfield from Alberta, and he was a student at the University of Lethbridge. Now, police haven't released any sort of statement on his official motive, but journalists and other internet sleuths have discovered this 104-page manifesto-style document that's reportedly tied to him. And according to the BBC, they say that it is packed with misogynistic, anti-capitalist, and anti-government messaging, plus rants against Zionism, law enforcement, feminism, and how much he hated the porn industry, which is exactly where things get
that's why he was at Pornhub headquarters.
A little bit crazy, because some strange details on those notes are starting to emerge. The first is that this attack happened in a neighborhood with a large Jewish community. So some have raised real concerns that this was an attack of anti-Semitism. The second strange detail, that the shooting location was right outside the headquarters of ALO. That is apparently the company that owns the likes of The Hub. Yeah, I know, it's pretty wild. The investigation...
We're Alberta's in Canada.
Is still ongoing, so we don't have a lot of confirmed details, but of course, I'll keep you guys updated. Moving on. Also, since we last spoke, you know, the dating game, how to meet your partner. It's become a real hard game, I hear. Well, so hard that cops in Ottawa, they've kind of found their own way to get around it, and it's not with the use of dating apps anymore. So the police chief from Ottawa has had to send out a video message condemning some of the police officers in their force for using their database to search up attractive women. He said the officers are exploiting the police's database as, quote, their own way to meet women. And apparently how they're using it is that they'll see these women, maybe they'll come
Dude, I definitely know a couple people that would do that. if
coming
they
out
were
of a
cops.
coffee shop or a gym or getting into their cars, and then they will run their plates through the system to get a hold of their personal details. Now, I
That's
don't
so
know
crazy.
if that's just their name or if it's their email, their contact details. I don't know.
We've seen members messaging vulnerable victims on calls that they've attended in an attempt to develop an intimate relationship.
So basically, the police chief had to record this message and basically said, change your behavior or quit, because this is not right.
There's a clear need for OPS
What?
leadership
No,
to
they should be fired. That's a breach of policy.
acknowledge that this issue remains present and to speak openly about it. Silence or minimization only allows the behavior to continue. Change your behavior now or quit. Leave.
Moving on. And then, for the last story of the day, since we had a little bit of extra time for this episode, the world's favorite segment is back.
I don't like that segment.